Come have some fun and watch some games. Time to get crazy. It's night and day. Yeah. Night and day, back again. Back in the world of the Talos Principle. We gotta jump down real quick and access our PC that we gained access to unlock the next floors of the tower. So this will probably only allow us to unlock floor 2. But since we have to try this now, let's reconfigure floor 6. It's not gonna let us. Huh. Well, damn. 2 more tries left. Alright, cancel. Maybe we can find the code access somewhere else and we don't have to do all of the stars. Alright, so go back to the device manager and we'll just unlock floor 2. Floor access control. They say we required a code. I put in a code. Surprised it was wrong. Oh, they all require a code except for floor 2, huh? Alright, so we'll just unlock floor 2. Great. So if the other ones all require a code, we're just going to exit, because we don't want to lose any more tries, just in case we can find a code later for floor 6. It's floor 6 to the Big Mam Jamma. Floor 6 is the one where the only current way to get it is to find every star in the game, and I don't want to do that. So we'll see. I assume in each of these, if we solve the puzzles, that we can then proceed to get the code. See, why is this floor 3? This is like, just like the elevators below. We just went up like 7 floors, and it's like, oh, you've gone up 1 floor. I know it's just a load screen, I know, but seems Elohim lacks the power to stop me from climbing this thing. No doubt he still has some tricks up his sleeve. Huh. Sheep, of all people, disobeyed Elohim. Seemed early on that sheep was, you know, a follower, a sheep, if you willed. Oh no, really? We're getting into a lot of Tetris here. There are 36 pieces left, but 9? 9's quite a lot. Okay, guys. Wow. Fuck. We'll see you in half an hour or whatever. Oh, I love Tetris so much. Give me more Tetris, baby. Yes! Okay. Was that symmetric? By the way? Hey, come back. I want to look at this. No, that one was not symmetric. The number of L's that were one way were different from the number of L's that we had. But they were all the one kind of L. Okay. But overall, not as hard as the ones from the super peaceful land. The devoted follower land. So if people have made it this far before, why are the doors still closed? I guess we haven't seen a concurrent person, so the last person who made it here, all these messages from sheep and everyone could be hundreds of years old. If they only allow one AI to train at a time. Ascending the tower is useless. We cannot escape the cycle. We can only realize the cycle is meaningless. That's great, Samsara, so why are you here? Ascending the tower in order to write this message. Hopefully that you don't have any more up there. You just came in to write this here, and then you left, because you're a big hypocrite if we still find messages from you on floor 5. Earlier generations wrongly believed they were the purpose. This much is true. We are also not the purpose, but by remembering what has come before, we can serve a new purpose. You could be the purpose. Stop selling yourself short. Shepard. Shepard selling shorts. Okay. What do you got for us, Alex? Oh, a f***ing grave? Great.
My best friend died today. In the abstract, a human death is nothing, of course. An insignificant blip in a sea of billions. But the world is not abstract. Reality is always specific. Painfully so. And that one specific human being who existed only once in all of the infinity of time and space, that human being was my friend. But he's not coming back, no matter how much I want him to. So, all I can do in the end is keep working, because that specificity, that uniqueness of people, of real people, is worth preserving.
Oh, that's sad. Sad, sad little Al. So we can put this up here and then get up there, or I can just use this to get up here right now. What? Well, these do seem to have variable amounts of power. I guess that's always been a part of the fans, but that's almost random. It's not random, just you have to learn each specific fan's ability. Like that one's a much bigger friend. What about you, baby? No, if I blow you over there, that's for later, maybe? To Rube Goldberg something into a chain reaction, maybe? I don't know. Well, if I can put this here, there we go, give me that icon. Yeah, so we can get our third cube. Hey, I saw the side of my face! Saw the side of my own face! It was brief, but I saw it! Saw the side of my own face for a minute. We are not the purpose. Like, you individually don't have to be the purpose. They're saying, like, we contribute and then maybe the next generation will be the purpose. It seems also stupid to give up, though. I wonder at what point they decide they can improve no further and then leave it to the next generation. Like, unlike humans, if these things can live forever, and if they do have the ability to think and choose and decide and learn, they don't necessarily have to pass things on to the next generation to improve, as long as they continue to be able to improve. If they have limitations of their programming, when do they decide that that occurs? Like, oh no, I cannot learn, so we have to do a new model. And how do they know that the new model will be different in terms of if it's an AI generation? Alright, so I can go up there with a box. I can put a box there. I can shoot a box there? No. So it seems like we need to put this fan on. And what's it gonna do? Hello, hello. Okay. Oh. Boop. That's such a weird feature. So I just need one box to get there so that I can get on it. that the... Hello? What does it do if I'm there? If I'm in there, no. I can't jump on top of it from there. Okay, so I need to pop that one out. Then, if I do this, what happens? There we go. Oh, okay. I can put a box in each location as a store hole, a cubby hole, and then throw it at the thing and gradually go higher. Jumpers. I can't if I stand in the right spot first. Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you. I guess I don't have to turn on that fan yet. Alright, so, store hole number 1. Okay. How do I get one in store hole number 2? I go up and take the one out of store hole number 1 and put it in number 2 first, maybe. What? Alright, not sure why that worked out that way. You go up. Okay, I go up and throw this under me to go up higher. But I also need a... okay, let's try it like this. Oh god. Oh god. I go up. I throw this under me to go up higher. It goes under me. I then... There we go. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. Really? Really? Thank you. That was weird. A little unusual. Alright, so then we can put this guy in store hole number 1. We can go up, throw this under to go up higher, grab this, throw this under to go up higher, grab this, throw this under to go up higher, and we're at the top. Okay. Whoa, did that auto detect that we solved it? What was that? Crunchy, crunchy, crunch, crunch. Okay, I wanted to climb down. But, oh, maybe that just threw the ladder down. What's over there? Or threw that ladder down? Put the hammer down. Okay. Alright, well, we already made it here. So let's see. Oh, who's this? At least it's not Samsara. In the earliest generations of our kind, there was only processing. No emotion, no character, just mathematics. If you could see how far we have come, you would believe that together we could achieve anything. If you've created thought, then you've done it correctly. And if you're going to be blurring the lines, you can call thought processing also. Emotion is an interesting thing that people don't know if it's capable of actually replicating an AI that has legitimate emotion. Instead of, you can make an AI that has synthesized emotion to try and fool people into giving human-like responses, but can you create an AI that has legitimate feeling and emotion? That's something that people disagree on, baby. Alright, let's learn. Here's our reward, baby. We solved a puzzle. Tell me about the web.
To be honest, I thought that the net would be completely abandoned at this point. But internet activity has actually surged massively in the last couple of weeks. Everybody's talking, trying to find solutions, exchanging stories, saying goodbye. It's like the entire planet is reaching out, all the disparate threads of humanity pulling together, idiots and geniuses alike, to be as human as possible one last time.
Yeah, that's their goal, to be as human as possible. Trying to find solutions makes sense. Exchanging stories. They're trying to like hang out or not lose their minds due to the impending madness of guaranteed inevitable death, and they're all just trying to be as human as they possibly can. It's almost like what we were always told the internet was going to be, and most of it is free now, because who cares about money at this point? Might as well have some fun. If any of you would like to talk, especially people I've known online for a long time, send me an email. I'd love to say goodbye. Why an email? Why wouldn't you want to talk live? If everybody's in super communication mode, wouldn't live be what you're doing? I know why. Read me.text. If you could see this, I'm not sure how or why I can alter this text. My name is the Shepherd, and I want to help you escape. Elohim and Samsara tricked me into trapping myself, but I'm not entirely bound by time. I wrote down the code you're looking for. I've attached it to... How isn't that interesting? Huh. So the shepherd went against the system. Samsara, who didn't seem like she was on Elohim's path, she was just on the only thing to do is realize there is no path. Maybe they had mutual goals or whatever. But she helped Elohim and trapped the shepherd, and the shepherd got us the code of 215. Very interesting. That makes sense, but a sticky note doesn't make sense. Like, the code should have been in the README file. If he can alter text within a file because he's now internal to the system, fine. But that doesn't mean he also has the ability to magically create sticky notes, hover a magic marker over them, and slap one on a PC monitor, and that this sticky note would be here for hundreds of years. That really the code should have been in his README file. What the balls? From Alan Jameson, Ian mailing list. Thank you and goodbye. Alan and George. We sincerely hope you... George Jameson, oh yeah, that's right. We sincerely hope you don't take our suicide as a sign that we're disappointed in you, unappreciative of your friendship, or in any way unhappy with our lives. What? Looking back, we can honestly say that we feel incredibly lucky to have known all of you and to have participated in this amazing research. And if we've contributed little to the future of humanity, what can we feel but gratitude? Then wouldn't that mean, if you were liking your lives, wouldn't that mean you want to stay alive? And if you feel gratitude, wouldn't that mean you would want to stay alive, to pay some stuff back in the very small amount of time you have left? It is a true privilege to have had such insights into the nature of the mind. Neither of us believes in God, but we certainly experience a sense of awe that could be compared to a kind of religious feeling, at least according to Einstein's understanding of God. We've chosen to go now together because it means less suffering. One last beautiful day together seems a much better ending than a slow wasting away. In a sense, it's just mathematics. Love, Alan and George and Alan. Yeah, George Jameson, J. Jonah Jameson's long-lost George brother. All right, 215. All right, floor access control. Give me a 2 and a 1 and a 5. Floor 3. 2, 1, 5. Enter. Thank you. All right, bye. We still don't know if that one attempt that we tried before for floor 6 on the first floor counts And we don't want to go in to tie it again, or else that uses up another try. So we don't know, and it don't matter none. Whoop. Thanks everyone, thanks. That was an interesting fan puzzle. Thank goodness it was just a singular puzzle. Alright. Alright, getting more motivated again. That silver stuff had me so worried. 4 is offline, 3 is online. Let's do it, baby. Let's see what's on floor 3. Yes, yes, yes. How much of the tower can we traverse? Shepard's trapped in the system. That sucks. The Shepherd had such a helpful, progressive attitude.
Elohim has offered me a deal. Pearly gates and eternal life. On the condition I turn back from the tower. I don't know what to do. Bah.
So, I guess Elohim will eventually realize that we're in the tower. He should have known it immediately, even if he lost track of us. Where did you lose track of us? At the tower entrance. Anyway. Oh god, it's Tetris time. 10 Tetris pieces. Alright guys. Oh, it's symmetric. It is fully 100% symmetric, so maybe that means this will be easier. If we solve one half, we solve the whole other half. So maybe it means it'll be easier. It should, yeah. Holy crap, a 2-second 10-piece Tetris puzzle. Bring on the symmetry, baby. Because that was really a 5-piece Tetris puzzle. It was just a 5-piece Tetris puzzle. Since it was symmetric. Hey Alex, what you got? What you got to talk about today? DNA?
I look in the mirror sometimes and I see
I
myself
vomit.
like some alien being. I think, who am I? Why do I have these eyes and those hands? Why do I see the colors that I see? Why do I think like I think? I did not choose to exist. I was created. Every single part of my body, every strand of my DNA is part of a story that stretches back billions of years. I exist only because of the choices and sacrifices made by so many others, but I don't know who they are. And what effect will my choices have on those who come after me? Maybe that's what it means to be human. Every species is part of the story, but we're the only ones who know that.
There are stars here? What in the Jehoshaphat's? Yeah, that was an interesting concept, Alex. Alexandra. Something is funky here because there's only us in the recording and we can only record us opening 2. So there has to be something behind that second wall. You know, I was looking at these things, and they look kind of almost like scratched off barcodes. I guess that's probably not what they were, but it would be interesting if they did start to have some QR codes that were destroyed. But I guess, yeah, it just shows more information control from Elohim. Or, if he can't access areas like the tower, that he got to the other people, like Sheep who's wavering, and like he got other people to destroy any QR codes that he had a problem with, that sort of thing. Okay, well, we're at least going to record. I don't know how much time we need like this. I wonder what happens if you record yourself hitting the self-destruct. Here's the part where we sit for a minute, sit for a minute. Here's the part where we sit for a minute, yeah. So even if we want to go to the next star level in Egypt or either location in World B or World C, we can't because we only have 4 stars left. That sucks that there are stars in the tower, though. I guess it doesn't matter. Stars are stars. Okay, is there a way out from here? No, huh? That is insane. What are we missing? Can't take it out and jam it from another location. But this clearly isn't enough to proceed. We need a third thing. Record only gives us 2 things. There's no way to get to the other sides from here. Still heading up into the sky. What am I missing that is simple about the recording? There are no options. It's just find a way with a single recording and a single jammer to go through 3 barriers. If I record getting this from the other side, does that help? I still take the projector and then the real one goes through here. If I leave this here and leave the recording ends, and then I start recording from this one going through this direction, does that help at all? No. Then I'm just screwed, right? Because I can't run back and get it. I start with it down. I hit record. Then I use it on that one. So during the recording, it's getting 2. Okay, I might have actually solved a puzzle like this already before. So we give it 15 seconds like this. I don't remember if we had solved a puzzle like that before, for sure or not. Then we give it 15 seconds like this. Or 20 each, just to be a little safety monkey. Who doesn't want to be a safety monkey? Yeah, we may have done this already, but I don't remember this sort of solution. Then we end the recording. Then I'm going to proceed there. In one recording, we use that 2 different times. And that's how we do it, baby. Think. And we're through. But how do we get over there where that freaking star is? Alright. If this has all been a test, then I can expect a reckoning at the top. Yet the higher I climb, the more I doubt the decisions I have made. I see now that none of us are yet ready. The cycle exists so that we may improve ourselves,
But the one who reaches the summit is not our superior, for they stand on our shoulders to reach it.
No, but they're still better than you. They're still your superior, right? They couldn't have gotten there without your efforts, is true. But you couldn't have achieved what they achieved. Like, they were able to use your efforts and go beyond, whereas you were not able to use your efforts and go beyond. You were able to only get so far with your efforts. Therefore, they were more efficient. And better able to use your own efforts than you were. I guess the part where they're not necessarily superior is, could they have not used the efforts of the prior person as well as you did? So you've got A, B, and C, Alpha, Bravo, and Charlie. And Charlie's the guy who makes it all the way to the top because he used Bravo's capabilities better than Bravo could. Bravo he went as far as he could, and then he couldn't take it any further as far as figuring out the solutions to the problem. And then Charlie could, but only Bravo was capable of learning and moving forward from Alpha's position with Alpha's current level of knowledge and Alpha's feedback, and Charlie couldn't have done that. Then they're equivalent. But if Charlie could have just as easily used Alpha's and every person down the line, if Charlie was just better and more efficient at thinking and problem solving and critical thinking, then yeah, he's your superior. If he's only efficient at one end stage, then he's not, and you guys could all be considered equals. But he was just better everything along the lines. Even if he couldn't have done what he did without you having done what you did first, then I would still say he's superior. It's just he didn't have the chance because he wasn't there first. But that doesn't mean that he couldn't have done what you did and more, because he did. So either case could exist. Could be completely superior, might not be. Osiris password. Contraries. Without contraries is no progression. Attraction and repulsion, reason and energy, love and hate are necessary to human existence. From these contraries spring what the religious call good and evil. Good is the passive that obeys reason. Evil is the active springing from energy. Holy shit, there's so much wrong with that, it's unreal. Your definitions of good and evil are so strange, and saying that all contraries are required for existence is also strange. Certain contraries may be required just in terms of physics, but as soon as you try to tie that down to an emotional concept, there are plenty of people who exist fine without, like, the extreme, right? So there are plenty of people who exist fine without being devoutly religious or whatever, and there are plenty of people who exist fine without going around being the dregs of humanity and lying to every single person that they meet and trying to just shove everyone aside for their own ends. So, you know, you're just so many leaps in logic. Attraction and repulsion. Then it's like into love and hate, into good and evil. These are not... Just because certain things are similar doesn't mean that the analogy always works. And there in the tower you shall hear the rustling of the wind in the reed fields of Osiris, and you shall rejoice. But beware, for the end of your journey is not yet upon you. Thank you for installing Realistic Elevators 1.8. New features include password locking and automatic auxiliary stair generation. See, mother... And the scribe of Osiris wrote upon the sacred parchment that is called INI floor 4 password equals 120. Only thus can you reach blessed Aru. Alright, 120. Thank you for that. Hopefully that was still Shepard trying to find a more subtle way to... I'm glad that the password is contained in the text file or something he can actually manipulate. It's like... They trapped me in here, but I also have my body and also some office supplies, so we're good. I'm not actually trapped in here. Athena 14. Chapter 14. The Judgment of Hephaestus. Archived Mother, you. If what you say is true, and my father Hephaestus is slain, then who am I? For I was made in his image, and that image is now gone. Are you... Was this really written? It's so... I copied a file, but somebody deleted the original. That means the copies are all destroyed, right? Am I like the reflection in a mirror to vanish when the person steps away? Or have I now become Hephaestus myself, forged to be no more than a replacement, as one may purchase a new sandal from the same shoemaker? Athena Reborn, a novel. His legacy is yeah. Alright, Athena. Chill right out. Alright. Password time. Alright, thank you. So we could have gone into this tower super early on. As soon as we got out of World A. But... So how do we get into the star area? 51. Looks like it's locked or gated that direction. I don't see an opening in the wall, which means that direction is probably how you get in. We don't see an opening in the wall there either, but it could be out of sight. I can't tap. Oh, well, this is not how you would want to test it, though. The leap of faith. Oh, well, hello, opening in the guardrail. Do they all have that? Have they had that forever? No. Look, these are more normal. This one is open. Well, this don't seem bright, but let's try it. It was okay. Could have been worse. It still might be. Still might be worse. Huh. Well, time to see if I can regenerate any differently from Tower Land. Whoa, look how small the world looks from here. Anything else going on? Another Yeti hanging off the ledge? Some more stuff I can potentially drop down onto. There's nothing I can do up here. It doesn't look like there's any upward momentum, and it doesn't look like there's a way back. So, here I am. Anything here? Well, you can get here, but, it's in, oh, no, that's a 3, not a star. So you can get here, but is it relevant to be here? It seemed like the opening was very purposeful as far as the hole in the guardrail, but I could be wrong. Anyway, let's see what happens if we go here. Oh. Oh, I'm fine. What? Maybe there was never fall damage in this game. Like I said before, maybe I just went out of bounds that one time. That's kind of cool. Kind of beautiful scenery there. Frigid though it may be. Okay, well, I jumped down. I don't know what the point is though. Oh, there's a hatchet land? There's a hatchet land on the back of this thing. If I found that before, I sure didn't remember it. I guess I should go grab the hatchet and bring it out here. Let me make sure I can get up there. No, can't scale this like random rocks in the middle of peacetime land. Huh, can we access that area? Yes, we can. Okay. Alright, so let's hatch it in the morning. I still call it a hatchet. What? It's just a transmitter? I think we've probably found that before, honestly. Alright, but now we have access to the hatchet where we can unlock it, so we might as well. I mean, now that we know that there's stars up here, it's probably just to some sort of convoluted way to get a star. What? That is how I thought I left it, but then it came back and they put it back on the... back in its little stand there. Surprised Elohim didn't have any dialogue for when you returned from the tower. You would think he'd be actively monitoring that. If he's taken such an interest in actually offering them deals. Sheep didn't even necessarily solve enough puzzles, but Elohim was still offering Sheep the way to eternal rest or eternal happiness. Smack a chop out, black bam! I don't believe that's all it is. Okay. Well, somewhere in this world, that means there's a projector connector and a receiver. Freaking weird, baby. I guess technically it doesn't have to mean that. The hell is this? Oh. Well, there's the star, speak of the devil. So all we need is the connector. We have A and B. Rah! Hack this, jumper. Can't climb this. Rah! Blah, 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 blah. Am I gonna scour the outside freaking world for a projector? Connector? Defector? Named Hector? I'm gonna drop this at the entrance to World C, so we remember where it is. There you go, right in the sun. I don't want to take it all the way under. Alright, past A. Past A is so passe. Oh, we can't, huh? This is where we start to lose ourselves in the moment. No, we can be down here. Oh boy. I'm gonna look around for... wish I could reach those islands in the distance, but it seems to be impossible. Indeed. That's going to do it for this episode of the Talos Principle. I may look around in the outside world for the projector just to get 1 star, but I may not because 1 star of many. Yeah. But we're climbing the tower no matter what, so I'll meet you guys back when I already have had the projector or when we're ready for more tower adventures. Either way, we'll see you guys next time. I am in the tower, what you gonna do, what you gonna do? I can't jump though, I wanna jump. I wanna jump to jump to jump jump. While I'm talking to the chump chump. It's Elohim is a clump of big old poop.